We always have our Gridiron Great segments.
Who they think they gonna beat them Bengals?
He's doing it. Ickey shuffle.
Very happy to have on the program right now in our Gridiron Great segment. He was one of the all-time greats. He wasn't a long time he played for the Bengals, but I say he goes down in Bengals history for sure. Ickey Woods joins us on the show. Ickey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic and even better now that you're on the show. Okay?
Oh, well, that sounds good to me, brother. Sounds good to me.
There you go. I was kidding. I was actually in here. I was trying to do the dance, but I couldn't do it in the chair. Could I do an Ickey shuffle? Could I do the
Watch
Ickey
out
shuffle?
now, you're going to mess around, pull a hamstring trying to do that dance, man.
Really? I don't want to. I got to be kidding. Let me stretch first before I do it. It's all good.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, it's great. Ickey, really, really happy to have you here with us. I say this. I mean, you had unfortunately, your career was cut short with knee injuries and stuff, but reflect on that time. I mean, go back. You made it to the Super Bowl. I mean, you were the man. I mean, honest to goodness, I mean, Ickey Woods was as much a part of pop culture outside of the NFL as anybody I can remember in that short time. How exciting was that period of your life?
Well, it was really exciting, being able to, fortunate enough to make it to a Super Bowl my rookie year. Unfortunately, we didn't win the game, but a lot of guys play this game for many years and never get a chance to make it to the ultimate peak, and that's the Super Bowl. So I was fortunate enough to do that in my rookie year, fortunate enough to get on the great team, and just happened to be in the right place at the right time. We were winning ball games, and I was scoring touchdowns, and created a little dance that just, caught the crave at the time and went all over the world. So I was very fortunate to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. Talking with Ickey Woods and timing is everything in life. I mean, it happens a lot, and unfortunately, the injury bug, popped up and it hit you with the knee situation. I mean, when you're a young player and have hadn't been in the league all that long, and all of a sudden you're faced your career is about to end due to an injury. How difficult was that for you? Was that real tough on you?
Well, it was tough at first, but being that I come from a strong family background, I was able to regroup. Had a bunch of people behind me that loved me, and I knew I had to get out and provide for my kids. I had a wife and 4 kids at the time, so it was an eye opener, but it was still something that I wouldn't trade for the world. And like I said, it had a lot of fun and was able to be on top of the world for a short period of time, and it was great.
Yeah, and we're talking with Ickey Woods. And Ickey, I mean, you're near and dear here in Vegas. I mean, UNLV. You went from UNLV to the Bengals. I mean, that was a big jump, wasn't it?
Yeah. It may have been a smaller jump because Vegas was a little more livelier city than Cincinnati. But
well, I don't mean that way, but I'm talking about go from playing football at UNLV to being in the NFL. That was a big jump back then.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Anytime you can go from college football to the NFL and end up being the first player taken in the second round. So I was like I said, I was blessed. I really didn't do a lot my first 3 years in Vegas, and my senior year I happened to lead the nation in rushing and was chosen second player and the first player in the second round. And so I was fortunate. I was fortunate to be blessed to have a coach come in by the name of John Montgomery and show that he cared about me as a person and not a football player. And I think that kind of turned me around, and we were able to have some fun there in Vegas and then carry it to the NFL.
Yeah, speaking with Ickey Woods here on the show, and speaking of caring, one of the reasons we have you on today is this show, Not Just Sports. We are working closely with the Gridiron Greats group, and it is a group that's doing a lot of great things, trying to help some of the old-time players that have had, some injury situations, before, all the crazy money was in place. And, I know that association, Gridiron Greats, they've helped you, haven't they, Ickey? I mean, with your knee situation, were they capable of helping you out?
Yeah. Gridiron Great was very instrumental in getting both my knees replaced. So they were able to do that for me, and I'm very, very grateful to them. I'm pain free today, where I don't I can go to bed and go to sleep and not have to take pain pills like Skittles. And I'm very, very grateful to Gridiron Greats. They stepped in and done something that the Bengals should have done and never did. I had to fight them for my workman's comp disability. I win my workman's comp disability case against them, but then I got to fight them every time I go to get something done. I have to fight them and take them back to court just to get them to pay for it. And I've been working with the Gridiron Greats, and they stepped up and got it done for me, where I didn't have to go through jump through all the hoops and bells and whistles, and they got it done for me. And I'm grateful to them today, because I'm up walking and playing with my grandkids.
And that's always great. And I just want to remind folks that you can go to gridirongreats.org, or you can go to our website at notjustsportsradio.com, and you can find a link there and find out what they're up to, and you are capable of helping out if you would like. And I know the gang that did your surgeries, All-Star Ortho in Dallas, were the guys that took care of you, and I'm sure it's doctors like that help out a lot of you former players.
Oh yeah, and I take my hats off to All Star, because they stepped up and put me up while I was down there in Dallas. I was there for 10 days. They put me up in the medical center, and then they had me in the treatment center for a week. Did treatment twice a day, and they just absolutely took care of me, man. And my hat goes off to them and Gridiron Greats, because they're doing great things for former players that the team should be doing, but they're not.
And we're speaking with the always popular Ickey Woods here on the show. Ickey, let me go back to something. Can I ask you this? I know Super Bowl was there. When you look back at your career, even though it was a little shorter than I know everybody would have liked, what's the biggest highlight of your career? Do you remember? Is there one game, point in time that stands out that you'll just never forget and always cherish?
Well, it has to probably be the AFC Championship game when we beat the Buffalo Bills for the third time that year to make it to the ultimate dream, and that was to make it to the Super Bowl, and then the festivities, the 2 weeks leading up to the game, and then the actual game. Just being able to play in a game that you grew up just sitting in front of the TV watching every year, and being there and being one of the star running backs on a great team, and we had a lot of fun, and unfortunately a lot of things didn't go our way, and we end up playing one of the best games ever and end up losing it.
Yeah, that was tough, I'm sure. So what is Ickey? What are you up to these days?
I'm up to running my son's foundation. I'm pretty sure everyone's aware that my 16-year-old son passed a year and a half ago of an asthma attack. So we started a foundation in his name called the Javante Woods Foundation. And what we do is we go around raising money for asthma research and asthma education. My son was also an organ donor. He checked yes that he wanted to be an organ donor in his driving permit. And we honored that, and he was able to save 4 lives with his organs and help countless others with his tissues. And then we got an educational piece to the foundation where we give away a scholarship every year to a deserving young man and young lady who not only excelled athletically but academically as well. And that's called the Javante Woods 3.8 to Be Great Scholarship. My son was a straight-A student, and so we award that scholarship every year.
Wow. Ickey, that's great. Let me say this to you, and you and I probably have to get in touch off the air. If there's anything I could ever do with that for you, please let me know. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a guy, asthma all my life, had it as a kid, something terrible. And I understand the pitfalls that could come with that. But, keep in touch. I have a contact. We're going to get in touch. Maybe if we can try to help you out, be more than happy to do it.
Good.
Okay.
We're going to try to do some things down there in Vegas too.
Well, that's what I mean. When you
funds for the foundation,
and when you do, feel free, look us up here on Not Just Sports. I would love to help you out. We've been chatting with Ickey Woods in our Gridiron Great segment. Ickey, really enjoyed it, and I can't thank you enough for giving us a few minutes of your time today, and much continued success with everything you do.
Thank you, my brother. You have a wonderful and blessed evening.
Dude, thank you. Ickey Woods in our Gridiron Greats segment. Check out gridirongreats.org or check it out on our website at notjustsportsradio.com. We'll come back as Not Just Sports.